What's up, homies? Welcome back to Doing Stuff with Diana. As promised in my previous video, I am going to talk about something a little bit more serious today, but I do think it's quite important and needs to be heard by everyone. Let's start a movement. Okay, so this whole story starts with my dog paw account, right? I have talked about this account before in my videos. It's Dog Paw Central. And one day I logged in and I saw that someone tagged me in their picture, which is weird, right? Especially since that account is still really small. I think it has like under 40 people following me. So someone tagged my paw account in a picture. Okay, cool. Maybe it's a paw picture. I go in there and it's just of this like really buff dog. And I'm like, okay. And I click on the profile. And that's when I run into some problems. I noticed that this account has a couple of videos, right? And out of curiosity, since all the other pictures were of buff dogs, I click on the video and it's of two dogs fighting and there's blood everywhere and blah, blah. I click on the other one, same thing. So of course I'm over here like, what the hell? I report both of them and then I report the profile. And keep in mind, I don't want to mention the name of this account because I realized that mentioning it is no longer very useful. I did mention it on my Instagram story, like, hey guys, help me report this account. It's got dog fights in it, and people did report it. And I came to realize after a while, we were all getting the same result from Instagram saying, we found this video likely doesn't go against our community guidelines. Or since I reported the profile, same thing, same message, but when it came to the profile. And keep in mind, it was at least 10 people that helped me and reported it. So all these people get the same result. It's not against their community guidelines. And I'm just like, what do you mean? So I just realized that mentioning the name of this profile isn't going to get me anywhere at this point. A mass amount of people reporting it are still going to get the same result. And because of that, I decided to go and investigate a little bit, because in that message, the one that everyone was receiving, it said, if you think we made a mistake, please report it again. And I was like, hell yeah, I will. So I couldn't re-report the videos because they like block them once you report them. So I kept reporting the profile with my dog paw account as well as my personal account. And nothing came of it. Same thing, right? And let me show you the screenshot in order for you to see the reference as to what I'm talking about. When you want to report something, you start out with, why are you reporting this account? It's inappropriate, right? Click on that. It takes you to report account. And then finally, it's posting content that shouldn't be on Instagram. And then finally, once you click on that, you scroll down and you see violence or dangerous organizations. Click on that. Animal abuse. So it's there for you to report. So of course, with that, I thought, okay, it's in their guidelines, right? Why would they make a report category for it if it's not in their guidelines like they're claiming? And even after doing that, I want to say a few times from each account, I kept getting the same thing. Doesn't go against our guidelines, ma'am. Sorry. And so I'm like, okay, let me look at these damn guidelines. And in the guidelines, which I will post a picture of, it says, we remove accounts with photos or videos of extreme graphic violence, posts that encourage violence or attacks on anyone based on their religious, ethnic, or sexual background, and specific threats of physical harm, etc., etc. Point being, none of those have anything to do with an animal, right? Maybe the first point, maybe the photos or videos of extreme graphic violence. So of course I'm like, okay, that kind of goes with what I'm talking about, but it's not specific enough. Let me go ahead and look at the long guidelines list and see if it is part of that. So I think they let me look at the guidelines on the app because I kept reporting it. And so on there, I looked under the category of abuse, and there's nothing pertaining to animal abuse. It just says a lot of points mostly towards others, like other humans, or child abuse, or violence towards other people, but none of them are specifying towards animals. And so on there it says, if you think something is going against our community guidelines, go and check. So I click on that, and there's a category that says follow the law, right? But you look in that category and it says Instagram is not a place to support or praise terrorism, crime, or hate groups. Something about alcohol, selling illegal prescription drugs. Nothing with animal abuse. Guys, come on. Another part that I thought kind of was as close to referencing animal abuse as possible was don't encourage violence or attack anyone on their ethnicity, which is what we talked about already. Hate speech, serious threats of harm to public. And I mean, none of this is referencing to animal abuse. So why do they give it a category in the first place? And I'm like, okay, maybe, I got pregnancy brain. I can't think half the time. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it is in there and I'm just not seeing it. So I Google it, like something like Instagram guidelines on animal abuse. And first thing that pops up is a petition that's talking about how Instagram lets people post dogfighting videos or dogfighting profiles. So right now there's active petitions on change.org that are trying to make Instagram change these guidelines to actually have something that puts these people accountable, holds them accountable for posting violent things about dogs and encouraging violence on animals. I just can't believe it's down to petitions at this point. And someone did argue, okay, but if we do this and activate it so Instagram gets to, report these profiles, then there's not going to be evidence for the police to go after these people, which that is a great point. I can't deny that point because it even made me question, okay, should we be doing this? Because it is a crime, right? I mean, the seriousness of it varies within state to state, but it's a crime. That kind of did make me question, okay, maybe it shouldn't be banned from Instagram. But at the same time, can't you argue that because they have an audience they can provide these videos for, they are being encouraged to do it more? Feel free to disagree with me in the comments. I'm still accepting different opinions. I'm still trying to form my own, but that's what I'm leaning on right now, that yes, we should ban these accounts from Instagram because it gives them less of a platform to encourage people doing this. It gives them less motivation, hopefully, to not be recording these things, not be initiating these dogfights. At this point, I just don't know how to go about this besides being very outspoken about it. I downloaded this thing these youngsters are doing called TikTok, and I'm gonna do a video about it at some point once I figure out how to even use the thing, and I'm gonna do something on Twitter about it. I'm hoping if we start a movement on this, get more people outspoken up on this, Instagram will listen and do something about it or add something to their guidelines against this. I'm gonna sign the petitions. Those are my dogs. I'm gonna sign the petitions that are currently active over this issue. The only thing I can see start making a difference is being outspoken about it, trying to spread the word, trying to make people understand that this is an issue. And the reason why I'm especially frustrated about this is how come Instagram is super anal about other things and not this? Why is this not one of their priorities? Because I'm active in the exotic dancing community, even though I don't dance anymore. I still love the ladies, right? And there's dancers that make their own Instagram accounts and they're just trying to show their talents on there or whatever. And I respect that. I have no hate for it. I have heard stories of exotic dancers making a profile and within 10 minutes it gets deleted. Or there's times where I'll be like, whatever did happen to that one dancer that I follow? She like never posts anymore. Oh, turns out her account got deleted and she had to start up a new one and I had no idea. I'm just saying, like, you really trying to tell me that booty clapping far more dangerous on Instagram than dog violence being presented? In what world is that like normal? Feel free to disagree with me when it comes to the exotic dancers. I know that some people are much more conservative than I am, but at the end of the day, can't I say that the fact that they're more relaxed on dog fights is ridiculous when they are so strict on exotic dancers and other people in that industry? Whether you agree that exotic dancers should be allowed on Instagram, can't you agree with me that the level of importance should be a little bit higher for the violent one? It'd be amazing if dogfighting accounts went down just as fast as dancers' profiles do. That would be amazing. If dogfighting accounts were at least at the level of difficulty to keep their account up as dancing accounts, then I could see this being a little bit more logical. And, you know, of course, there's probably going to be some people saying, well, why do you use Instagram then if you hate them so much? I don't hate them. I think it's a great platform. I think they have so much potential to improve themselves. And one of the ways I am passionate about them improving themselves is through adding guidelines against violence on animals. Sorry if that's a lot to ask for right now, but I don't hate Instagram. I want them to improve. And just because I think there's room for improvement for them doesn't mean I'm against them. So I really thought this was a very important topic to bring up because I can't believe that a platform that is so strict according to some things is not strict towards other things that are, you know, sort of kind of gut-wrenching and horrible to watch. But that's just me, I guess. These people make me feel crazy sometimes. That's the video for today. Sorry we had to get down dirty and serious up in here, but it has to be said. I would love if you could help me in this movement and start signing the petitions. I'll link them in my description. Start TikToking about this. Something, because I'm like, how else are we going to get their attention to get their crap together? Anyway, that's it for today, homies. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back to our regular scheduled topics in our next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know if you disagree. Maybe you do agree that it's better to have the evidence up. That's okay. But at the end of the day, we just need a little bit more justice in this world, okay? That is the best way we can start when it comes to this topic. If you want to see me on other social platforms, I am on Instagram as MyMilkshake777, as well as Twitter and TikTok with the same name. Yeah, that's my name on everything. I also have another Instagram account called Dog Paw Central, where I take pictures or steal them of dogs' paws because they make me laugh and I think they're so adorable. See ya next time, guys.